What if the public craves and demands that your next fight is David Benavidez? You open to doing that?
Never one to hold back, Stephen A. Smith is raising the alarm. And boxing icon Canelo Alvarez is the target of his most recent warning.
Looking at Canelo, and I'm like, yo, you that dude. You that dude. Why are you not fighting? It'll be one thing to avoid it for a fight or two. But when you are literally cherry picking one after another, numerous fights where you are passing up David Benavidez, it is a travesty. It is a travesty that that fight has not happened. David Benavidez deserves the shot at the crown, at the giant. He deserves that shot. And
He is worried about David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, who is an unbeaten and unrelenting pressure fighter. This is more than just Canelo's possible rival. Stephen A. claims that it's a possibly career-defining collision.
That's just BS. Anybody who knows boxing, everybody who watches boxing knows that David Benavidez is the real deal. Now, that doesn't mean he'd beat you, because anybody could fall if you catch him right. We know who you are, Canelo. You big time. But you getting ready to fight, then go on. Look, you are elite. You are big time. No doubt about that. But it is clear with what you're saying that you are ducking Benavidez. Not because you haven't fight him, but because of the words that you're using. He's nothing. You know better. Fight that man. David Benavidez deserves that. Anybody who respects boxing knows he should be the man in the ring going up against you.
Canelo lost the air of invincibility he had cultivated for almost 10 years. The seemingly invincible man was abruptly defeated. The triumph shocked the sport by demonstrating that skill could, in fact, outperform size.
What does this mean for Canelo? You lost to Floyd.
You did.
You lost to Bivol. I don't care anyone says you lost to Golovkin. You lost to Terence Crawford. So you've lost to
the elite.
The elite.
I think it shows that Canelo is the elite.
Yeah.
But he's not the special elite.
Okay.
I think we can use that word because there's elite. Because Canelo Alvarez is elite. You can be world level, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're fighting Canelo with different.
Yeah.
But then there's the special elite.
Yeah.
There's the where you look at them and you think, I'm watching something special in Canelo, but I'm watching something very special in Floyd, Golovkin, Terence Crawford, and Bivol, our guy.
Yeah.
That just shows how good Beterbiev is as well. We got two special fighters at 175.
Yeah. No, for real. I don't think it hinders Canelo
it does.
as much.
I don't think it does.
But in terms of, I guess there was a conversation about is he the greatest Mexican? I think that's Chavez now.
Yes.
I think that's kind of done.
Crawford did more than merely create his own legacy, though. At the same time, he revealed Canelo's biggest weakness.
One of the things that I see, okay, from Canelo is that when you move to his weak side, there is exposure on that side from him, okay? When you get around to the weak side, meaning his lead hand side, okay, he has to turn all the way around, and it takes him some time because of his footwork, okay? His footwork isn't the greatest. Crawford will be able to take advantage of those moments. But as the fight continues, I'm telling you right now, Crawford will start to mount an attack if he's still there. If he's still there after 4 damn rounds.
You know, that's saying something. Tim Bradley, that is saying something. If he's still there. Does Tim actually believe that Canelo has that amount of power or the difference of weight to take out Crawford in 4 rounds? I don't think so. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But if he's still there, Timothy Bradley, that's a lot. That's saying a lot.
He will start to mount an attack. He will. And we know that later on, we know that Canelo starts to fade late. Okay? And the indication of frustration from Canelo Alvarez is when he starts to drop both hands. When he stops getting out of that, when he stops using that high guard. Okay? That's one indication when Canelo is like, okay, this isn't working. All right, let me try something else. Let me drop my hands. Let me see if I can get this guy to throw shots at me or something to change things up. Another indication that things are not going nowhere, if you see Canelo not well, you see Canelo sit along the ropes and he'll bite Crawford in, okay? If it ever gets to that point right there, then you know that Crawford is doing a damn good job. But for the time being, Crawford's going to have to let those damn hands go.
We already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do. Right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
After the fact, analysts concurred that Crawford had outlined the strategy for defeating the Monarch. Canelo's rhythm was broken all night long by unrelenting speed, deft angles, and a sharp jab rather than by using physical power.
Makes me horny.
Yeah, baby.
To tell you I told you so.
I told you.
I predicted the Canelo Crawford fight like a goddamn fortune teller.
You're the Oracle?
Canelo's feet were cemented on the canvas as he was hitting air. What the fuck was that? Props to Crawford.
Thank you.
He came up 3 weight classes and fought a beautiful fight.
Good job.
What a great performance.
Did you get what you was looking for?
Like taking candy from a baby.
My candy!
He just played with Canelo, made him look silly. And before you start with your shit about Canelo being old, just know that Crawford is older.
I'm too old.
That's not an excuse here.
This blueprint made Canelo's weaknesses vulnerable to a swift assault. Another person watched from the background, fully justified, as the world rejoiced over Crawford's historic victory.
I feel like he ducking Benavidez. I don't know if y'all heard, but y'all see all the money he got offered for that shit. Like, he got offered a lot of money for that fight.
How much? I heard it was something like a 90-10 split.
Yeah, it was like, Benavidez would take $5 million and he'd get like 40 or, I don't know if it was 40 or 80 million. It was something crazy though. But you turn that down and, bro, 5 million to what I'm gonna say it's 40 million, right? You taking 40 and he getting 5 and you don't want to fight him, you're fucking scared. I don't care what nobody says, like, you're fucking scared. Because even if I know I'm gonna lose, if in my head I know the dude could beat me, I'm getting 50 mil for this fight, bro, I've been on top for a long time already. I'm not getting no younger. Take the fucking fight, make it, you feel me? Fight. That's what you're doing this shit for. What the fuck is
David Benz is an entirely different combatant. In contrast to Crawford, Benavidez blends his own incredible hand speed with the constant, oppressive pressure of a man his size.
Canelo, just domination. I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie, because I've been a fan of Canelo since I was a kid. So my heart, a tear almost came on my eye. I ain't gonna lie, because it felt like, that Canelo is done. But I just think he was a little off that night. I think he can, make a big comeback. But to Crawford, man, he's the greatest of this era. You gotta give it to him. Greatest of this era. Nobody's ever done that before. 3-time undisputed. So you gotta take your hats off to Crawford. And I was just shocked that he was able to just dismantle Canelo like that. Even with the size difference. That just goes to show size doesn't win fights.
I'm a huge David Benavidez fan. I love Canelo as well, but I don't like the fact that Canelo has taken so long to give him a match. And I just applaud David Benavidez because he ducks no one. What's up? I just applaud the fact that he ducks no one. And, he's ready to fight at all times. He is the Mexican monster. Sometimes I'm wondering, is somebody going to hurt him because he's right there in front of them. He doesn't move, but he clearly shows he can take a punch and he can damn sure give one with either hand. He's got speed, he's got power, he's got boxing ability, he's got heart. And I don't know if there's a bigger fan of David Benavidez than me. I really I got a lot of love for his.
Crawford and Finey produced the blueprint. Benz might use deadly fighting power to take advantage of the same openings and execute with overwhelming force. Canelo refused to acknowledge the ghost of David Benz, who for years was the monster in the closet. He was Canelo's own division's 2-time unbeaten champion, a natural physical force that was constantly disregarded and avoided.
I want to whoop David Benavidez. Look, I'm going to be the first one to ever call this person out. I want to fight Benavidez.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, I want to fight Benavidez.
You're crazy, dude.
No.
Which Benavidez?
David.
Jose?
David. I want to fight David Benavidez.
What?
Yeah, bro. Mexican monster, man. They call me the boogeyman over here.
You're not serious, obviously.
I'm being serious.
You're being serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to move up to, you want to move up to light heavyweight to fight David Benavidez?
Yeah. Well, you think you can still make 68?
David at 168? So that okay, now we're starting to formulate things. So you want him to come to 68 and you'll go to 68.
Yeah, I'll go 60. I'll fight him at 68.
Yeah.
I want to fight the Mexican monster. Boo. Scary face. Roar.
For Benz in his camp, Canelo's defeat by a smaller fighter was the final straw, as I mentioned. At 168 pounds, it validated what they had been saying fight along. Canelo was dodging the real physical dangers. A quicker guy, not a larger one, had overthrown the king, leaving everyone to speculate as to what would have happened if Benz, a persistent pressure fighter with his stature and strength, had done it.
For some reason, he's hiding. You can't find him. So if somebody sees Canelo, let him know that, they send him an email and they give him the biggest offer of his life. So we're here waiting to see if he wants to make it happen with the person that he said that hasn't fought nobody. He has not done anything in boxing. It should be an easy fight. Why not take all that money? But I'm guessing he's going to go the easy route. He's going to probably fight Berlanga, McGregor or something like that. So, man, that's a disgrace, for boxing. It's embarrassing, when he said that David hasn't fought nobody and then he's going to fight Berlanga, that he got let go from Top Rank because they were losing money on him and they didn't really see a big future for him.
And Stephen A. Smith was the most outspoken about this.
I'm tired of missing out on these fights. And I want the boxing community, because y'all cover it more than me, you cover it better than me, because you live it and breathe it and eat it every day. Could you help a brother out? How much help can I give y'all to help put pressure on these promoters to give us the damn fights we want to see? I want Canelo versus Benavidez. I don't want Benavidez fighting Beterbiev. I want him fighting his natural weight class, super middleweight, against Saul Canelo Alvarez. That is the fight we should all be demanding. That brother has earned a shot. And I understand Canelo, the businessman. He's like, he had to go through a lot and had to fight through everybody before he got on the top of the mountain where he could dictate terms. I totally understand that. And I'm not throwing no shade on Canelo. I'm just saying we want to see this fight, especially if Benavidez handles his business this weekend. Canelo, we deserve to see that.
His warnings had been written off as media hype for years. On national television, he had vehemently maintained that Canelo would suffer the consequences of his unwillingness to face Benz. He cautioned that it was risky to take on minor artistic difficulties while disregarding the greatest danger in his own neighborhood. Now, following the Crawford altercation, Stephen A.'s earlier cautions seem to have come true.
There are very few things that piss me off, contrary to what you would normally believe. But I love the sport of boxing. And I got to tell you, I'm so disgusted. They're just rumors that Canelo Alvarez, Saul Canelo Alvarez, is talking about fighting the bigger Charlo this time around, Jamal Charlo, the natural 168-pounder, okay? I'm like, what about David Benavidez, the natural super middleweight, who's 28-0 with 24 knockouts, who's been begging for Canelo to get into the ring with him? It really...
His criticism evolved into a harsh postmortem. He maintained that Canelo's arrogance was the direct cause of this defeat. Avoiding the battle that the world required was karma. There had been a warning. They had disregarded it. Now, the world could see the results of the consequences. Stephen A. Smith's displeasure was made a spectacle on national television. This analysis went beyond boxing. The prosecution was open to the public. With a voice full of sincere rage, he said, "I'm pretty pissed off." Importantly, this wasn't taking place on a boxing channel with a specialized audience. It appeared on First Take, ESPN's premier program.